Coming to you all the way from Norfolk, Virginia, Go On Podcast presents How Embarrassing with Molly and Jeff.
How embarrassing!
How embarrassing! How embarrassing! Can't wait for the studio.
Yeah,
back in the studio.
Honestly, I gotta get back in the studio. Hey, everybody, welcome to How Embarrassing. It's a podcast about all of our embarrassing lives. My name's Molly.
And I'm Jeff.
And today is Thursday.
We don't. Okay.
I don't know.
The show comes out on Wednesday, so it might be confusing to our dumb listeners.
Today is Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
Our dumb listeners. My dad. Hello. He's old.
So,
You talk, I'm done.
do you have a story you want to get into it?
I'll tell a story.
Okay.
We're gonna take back to college. Now, as you guys know, I'm famously a terrible friend, and I had a friend who had just gotten back from studying abroad in Italy, and so everyone was home. Everyone was home for the holidays, and we're hanging out, and I was like, "Oh my God, Jordan, how was Italy? Was it awesome? Like, did you have a great time?" Asking him all these questions, and he just kind of laughed and looked at me and goes, "Molly, I got back a year and a half ago."
A year and a half?
I just never checked in on that Italy trip.
And is that the last time he talked to you, or?
They
Actually,
fucked.
probably. I like I said, bad friend, don't keep in touch. But yeah, that was kind of not great on my end. It's one of my many friends I've lost. He didn't die. He's
Okay. I was like, wait.
just not in my life. Jordan, if you're listening, reach out. Okay, Jeff.
I have a short little story. It was on Christmas this last year.
Wow, recent.
When I was driving up to my parents' house, or like the night before, I slept on my bed wrong somehow. It came out weird. Well, like my back hurts so much. So during Christmas, the whole day, I was just like, took me like 5 minutes to stand up out of the chair every time to grab a present and everything.
Aw.
And
No one
my
just
whole
passed you your fucking present.
no, I was the elf, so I grabbed the presents and give them to everyone else because that's my favorite thing to do on Christmas, and I refused to not do it. But everyone kept getting mad at me because it took me forever to do it because I had to like squat to pick things up because I couldn't bend my back.
Are you the elf because you're the youngest?
Yeah, I think just because I'm the only one in my family who still wants to do that. Everyone else is like, can't we just open it up and have some drinks?
Everyone else is like, we're in our 30s.
And I'm like, yay, Santa.
Is that it?
That's it. It was embarrassing. They made fun of me.
Oh, I thought that was the setup for the story.
Yeah.
No, that was the story. I'm running low on stories. What are we, like 45 episodes in?
What a
Tell one at the
doozy.
top every time?
I feel like you've got more stories inside of your heart.
Not anymore with
You should see a
Corona.
therapist. Maybe you have a lot of repressed memories.
I honestly do. I'm sure I do.
They could sneak out like a worm in the night. You know?
Like mommy's little worm.
Just like mommy's little worms crawling out in the night.
All right, let's get to an ad break.
Yeah, I'm over it.
The sun will come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow.
I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice you have a beautiful voice. Have you ever taken lessons?
Yes, I went to Juilliard for that.
That's right, everybody. This podcast is sponsored by Juilliard. If you go to juilliard.edu/howembarrassing, you can get 50% off your application fee.
Hit the music.
Yes, the music.
Didn't even want to sing us out or anything, you know?
No, that was way more embarrassing than my story was.
Right on.
But kind of keep chugging along.
Yeah, let's just keep going. All right. Well,
let's get to the guests.
This podcast, I mean, we are like 45 minutes in, and I mean, fuck.
So this is a How Embarrassing First. We don't only have one guest.
Ooh.
That's right. We
have two.
Two guests.
More than one.
Episode 46. We have brought in two guests. You know them from the time they bought chewing gum at the drugstore.
You know them as having 8 appendages.
And you know them because they're married, and all married people are known by others.
Ooh.
We've got Mr. and Mrs. Courtney James Salengo in the house.
Wow, 46 episodes. What a monumental occasion.
And Jeff, the embarrassment of you thinking that was a good story was enough.
Show's over, folks.
You created your own story in real time.
Yeah.
Wow.
All my embarrassing stories are made on here, so I really don't have much to say at the beginning of the show anymore.
Yeah, next podcast we could just talk about this podcast.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Let's just play this episode again.
Yeah, we are judging. I just want everyone in the room to know that.
Okay. Good to know.
Yeah, I'm really sweaty because I'm pretty nervous. You guys, as I said before the start of the podcast, you guys are our most famous guests because you have an IMDb page.
Ooh.
We do?
We do. Yeah, I do. I don't know about your fucking broke ass, but
The fuck would I be on there? That's pretty cool.
Yes, I have appeared in several close to no budget films, so that's kind of cool.
Nice.
I got paid for pretty much none of the work I've done. You get your Comedy Central stuff is on there.
It's not a movie. I thought it was only movies.
Also, wait, there's another thing for you guys to talk about. How embarrassing that we're your most famous guest. It's not good. That's not good for you guys.
Before you guys, it was Andrea Allen because we know her ex-boyfriend. Not to brag.
Hey, nice.
Right.
Oh, nice. That dumb
Right.
bitch. Tell her I said that.
Cool. Let's start
Famous
a
for
big-
having a big ass on the internet. So that's pretty cool.
That's kind of cool. We are big fans of her.
Yeah, we love her. She's good.
All right. The question everyone's dying to know: are you guys embarrassed to be here today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is
Very
great.
frank.
This is fun music, good vibes. We're loving it all. We just cracked it. You know, we're filming at a good time. This is happy hour right now. It's our first.
Nice.
Hey,
Cheers.
I'm doing a White Claw. Why not?
I'm doing a Ballast Point grapefruit skull
What,
pin.
excuse me?
I'm hammering.
That's a strong one.
APZ or whatever, dude. But yeah, no, I'm not embarrassed. I'm embarrassed. I haven't showered in a few days. I don't know if this is video or not.
Ooh.
I just ate a cheeseburger and got mayonnaise in my nose.
I can confirm.
Things are looking up.
Yeah, we're happy to be here, y'all.
Just say it's come and no one will think it's embarrassing.
Oh, it's calm. I'm one of those cool dudes that is commenting.
Not like those mayonnaise losers.
Yeah, we're those squares.
I saw it shut so hard, dude. It's in my fucking nose. Wait, also, can I say, Molly, I'm not, this is no judgment, but I hear that Baltimore accent coming out real hard.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
Home.
It's not a hot accent to have.
Yeah, no, I'm familiar.
People don't like it.
I
think it's beautiful. It's so nice to talk to comics that don't live in New York because I could still see the light in your guys' eyes.
Yeah.
Really nice. Like, you're still happy.
And fun,
It's
yeah.
nice.
Every comic in New York is a horrible, depressed person, and I hate them.
Literally, when you started this video, I was like, why are they laughing so much? I was like, oh, yeah, they're enjoying their lives.
Yeah, fun. I remember that.
Oh, yeah, fun. Oh, yeah, good shows. What's that like?
All right. Well, have you guys come equipped with a story to share, an embarrassment from your past that you would like to once and for all put out there to our millions of listeners?
Well, I've got plenty, but I would say the most embarrassed I've ever been was when I shit my pants. That was for sure. That's a big one. And you're saying, Courtney, but what about the time you got so wasted you peed your pants at a concert? That was also embarrassing.
What concert? It was 311.
No.
Oh no, that's the embarrassing part.
I don't. It might have, guys. I think it was Warped Tour.
It was the Warped Tour.
Yes.
That's what the Blink-182 song was about. You.
It was about me. That's so embarrassing. Wow, I didn't really even think about that.
Is that how you guys met at the Warped Tour?
We did. Yeah.
I'm Mark Hoppus. A lot of people don't know. No, I just wasn't cool enough to go to the Warped Tour. My first concert was Dave Matthews Band, and it was a fucking awesome time. I didn't even drink, and I was dancing around so hard. Some old drunk ladies kept my friends. They're like, "You better be nice to him in the morning." And I was
thinking
like,
he was wasted.
I was like, "Why? Be nice to me now." Anyway,
that's an embarrassing story. It just got so many levels. Dave Matthews not being drunk when and everyone thought you were drunk because that's how much. Yeah.
And there's that NYC comedy Big Apple experience right there.
Oh, yeah.
Set up the story. We have a lot to learn, guys.
We'll be your mentors.
Yeah, we're your mentors. So you will not
take notes.
Yeah, I did shit my pants, and it was leaving an open mic. So,
no.
I'll condense the story for you, but I was at an open mic, and you know when your name's not getting called and you're getting towards the end and it's getting a little dire in the room. Well, that was all already happening while I was like, I have to shit. And I have to shit now. And this bar, it's one of our favorite bars, Pine Box. It's the best. In Brooklyn, it does not have good bathrooms. They have 2 bathrooms that just open air into the rest of the bar. You can't, it's not an okay, there's no privacy.
Yeah, that's not the spot.
And so this is back when I lived near the bar. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to sneak out of here. So I sneak out, say bye to some comics. Someone was like, smoke a cigarette with me. And I already have to shit. And I was like, yeah, I'll just smoke one cigarette. What is my problem?
Cigarettes make you shit.
No, immediately.
Coffee and cigarettes make you shit.
like instantly. And so I did that. And then I was like, well, I gotta go. At this point, I'm like cold sweats, right? And I walk, I'm halfway home. It's probably a 10-minute walk. And I always say, like, I'm walking and I'm getting closer to my home, but also realizing that it's going to happen. Okay. And I always say this. I'm like, I took one step and I was like a girl. And then the next step I was a woman because it just, and not like a lot of times when people talk about shitting their pants, it's a little bit, and this was all of it. Do you understand me? This was.
Oh no.
What were you wearing?
I'm so glad you asked, Molly.
Are you saying it was her fault? Because she was wearing something?
Molly, you stupid bitch. I'm so glad you brought it up. I was wearing, ready for it, a dress and tights.
Oh, no.
Tell me something worse to shit your pants in.
Mm-hmm.
So just like,
So
a colander straining everything.
Oh.
Compressed. It was compressed, Molly. Okay. I do wear underwear, by the way. So just so you know.
Don't brag for the pod. Come on.
So I just do it. It's all out. And I still have 10 blocks to walk home. And this is like, after work time, people are passing me and I'm just like shuffling by like nothing to see here. And my little sister was meeting me at home and she was sitting on my front stoop so I can see her up the block. And I'm like, you're so close. You can get there, Courtney. You stupid fuck. You can get to the house. And I walked my sister, and she's like, "What's wrong?" I was completely just like all the color was gone from my face, and I go, "Ashley, I shit my pants," and she was like, "No, you didn't," and I was like, "Yes, I did." And she goes, "No, you didn't." And then I took one step closer, and she goes, "Oh my God, you shit your pants."
Oh no.
So she was just followed me in the house, literally, like quite literally lighting incense around me. I threw away all my clothes, hosed my body down.
You threw away all your clothes?
Everything went. Everything went.
she owned.
From the closet, I cleared it all out, all the drawers.
You're like, I don't deserve this anymore.
I deserve this.
I'm gonna start a new life.
I said, "Give me a fake mustache. I'm leaving the country."
That's all it takes is a fake mustache.
Yeah, the TSA really gets confused when someone has a fake
All right,
mustache.
this way, sir.
I just have my tits are out. I just have blonde hair. I'm a boy now. Yeah, so pretty cool. That's definitely up there. There's a lot of little stuff, but that's my big one where it ruins my life. It keeps me up at night. So that's kind of
Would you say that's one of the best times you've had on stage? Like best open mics you've gone to? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Okay. I would say most memorable. They all kind of blend after a while, but that one sticks out.
Nice.
How about you, Case?
Well, I've told this story in a few different places, and I was trying to think of a different story, but this is truly the most embarrassing thing that I could. That's probably ever happened. I mean, my life is really just constant embarrassment all day, every day.
I know that's right.
But this one was special. It was at my after prom party.
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Yeah. So So I went to this party, and I was hanging out. I was supposed to be sharing a tent. I'm sorry, honey, with this girl that I had a crush on.
Fucking whore.
I'm sorry. Yes, she was a whore. I hate her. I hope she's dead.
I hope she's dead. I'll make sure she's dead.
But I was very.
Shit in her face.
Shit in her pants.
Yeah. Shit in her tights.
So I was all excited. This is like weird. It was upstate New York, so it's just like a cabin in the woods, and they have like a little bonfire, and everyone's just hanging out. I didn't even really drink at all, so everyone's getting drunk. And I was a loser in high school. Wasn't cool. Wasn't coming in my nose yet. But I was like, I was just hanging out, goofing off, dancing around. I was also I went through puberty very late, so I was still like a little fat boy. So like everyone else there was like a grown man. There was like townies hanging out. There was people who were like 24, 25, which seemed like 100. It was like Ian McKellen being at the party. So as somebody in the cab, one of these like 24-year-olds was named Perry, and he was in the cabin, and somebody came out of the cabin and was like, "I think Perry's dead," and no one else seemed to care at all. And I was like, I feel like I'll go check. So I went to check, and Perry was passed out on this futon, and he'd thrown up, but he was like on his stomach. I made sure he was like breathing, and he was okay, and whatever. And I went out, and I was like, "Perry's alive," and nobody listened. And then later on, I go in. Now this is where some people say this is too sad to be funny, but I don't know. So I go back into the cabin, and Perry's up, and he's like drinking again. I'm like, "Oh, cool." So I go over to Perry, and I'm like, "Perry." Meanwhile, Perry's like, he's probably 6 feet tall. He seemed like he was like 6'8", 600 pounds to me. But I go, "Perry," I was like, "Earlier on, everyone thought you were dead, but I made sure you're alive." And I thought he'd be all excited, and we'd hug and bond.
What a hero!
I know. But then some guy behind me goes, "Yeah, he checked by putting your dick in his mouth." So I start going like, "I'm no EMT, but I don't think that's how you." But before I could get that out, Perry just starts choking me. So he starts choking me violently.
What?
Yeah, Perry's choking me, and I was just like trying to like get him off. I was like, "Perry, I tried to save you." And Perry's choking everyone. Nobody tried to help. Everyone's like, "Yeah, get him." Everyone was like, "Wee, get the kid."
Perry hates blowjobs.
Perry hates blowjobs. So then he takes me and he throws me on the futon. He starts rubbing my head in his half-dried vomit that was on the futon, right?
Oh, sick.
So this is where I think somebody might step in, but no, everyone's still like, "Yee! Get him!" And I'm not fighting back. I just like play dead. I don't know why. No instinct to fight back. I'm just like, if he thinks I'm dead, he'll leave me alone. So
Don't move. Stay very still.
I just stayed still. Finally, he let go. I run out of the cabin. I'm crying a little bit, but I wipe. I get some leaves and I wipe off my tears and most of the puke. And then I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna go check on the tent with Nicole, see what's up with that. And I go to unzip the tent, and I hear she's in there fucking some other dude.
Oh no!
And I didn't want to interrupt them, so I just slept in a wet field.
Wow, our stories are fucked up.
Yeah.
We went into this pod so far.
Anyway, fun little prom story.
You guys are gonna hang up after this recording and just stare at the wall.
Yeah, I know. We're all gonna talk to each other for
I feel like you got treated like a dog that whole story. Like you got your face rubbed in the vomit,
I know.
and then wasn't allowed to sleep in the tent.
God, it's my whole fucking life. I'm just a dog. Just big and dumb and a lot of fun. Totally calm.
Sleeping in a wet field.
Yeah, it was pretty tough time, but
Were you, be honest, did you cry yourself to sleep that night?
I remember, I definitely cried. I fell asleep faster than you'd think you would in a wet field. It was pretty cold, but I think I was crying. And then the next morning, everyone's like, "Man, that was a great time," and I was like, "Yeah, it was the best." And,
we had so much fun all together.
Oh my God! Yes, that was rough.
All of us prom people having sex,
having sex, prom, not getting choked.
What happened to Perry? Did Perry get through?
I don't know. He's probably dead. He's one of these county guys that just hangs around at the gas. I saw him at a gas station a couple years later.
Oh hell yeah!
I had dreams attacking him with a pipe, but I'd still somehow fucking get killed.
You slip and impale yourself.
I know. You just ram it up my ass in front of the whole school or something.
Ram it up my ass.
They take pictures and hang it up around the school. I don't know who Perry is. I hope he's dead. I hope he's burning in hell.
It sounds like he's probably dead if he threw up passed out and then just woke up and kept drinking.
I mean that's like an upstate vibe, it's like who knows with these people. You never know.
Even looking at people walking around, you can't tell if they're dead or alive.
I do have that sort of rage for one person, but it's not it's not good, but this is also embarrassing. So the place I work, we volunteer every year. And this last year we volunteered, we were helping kids build these robots things. Whoa. Which who let me do that? First of all, I was I do not know what's happening. But I was what TV shows do you like, guys? Pop music yet? What's up? I couldn't. But this one girl came in late and we were all separated in teams, and this little 13-year-old girl, they were like, which team do you want to be on? And she looked me up and down and she was like, that one. And pointed me on my team. And I was like, oh my God. A 13-year-old can still just really just
a 13-year-old is the one you want to kill.
Yeah, a fucking bitch. Wait till she turns 18. She got 3 more years left.
It's legal. I guess that makes sense.
Yeah, it's legal to kill you.
You have a countdown clock like they had for the Olsen twins, but just to beat her ass.
Yeah.
Courtney's friends with her on TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, you seem like you're having so much fun your senior year. And I wouldn't say kill. I would just say fist fight.
No, you could be the townie at her after prom party.
Do not give me ideas.
New Perry.
Be the Perry.
New Perry. I'm the new Perry now.
And believe me, I have thrown up and kept drinking plenty of times.
Oh, yeah. I feel like all of high school is just kids hammered in the woods, puking and still drinking.
Yeah.
And Baltimore.
That's what it looked like to me.
I feel like I did that 2 weeks ago.
Exactly.
Me and Jeff did that last night, but
it's quarantine. You guys,
high school rules.
Yeah.
Truly, we're like, no one tag pictures on Facebook. My mom. Everyone's I'm not social distancing.
Oh shit. We did not have Facebook in high school, thank fucking God. Oh my God. I'd be in jail for sure. Definitely.
Yeah. Facebook hit the scene like right at my sophomore year in high school. And I still have the same Facebook. So it's like every once in a while, they're like, do you want to see this memory from 15 years ago? And I'm like,
no, it's never good. It's never good.
Oh, God.
Yeah, mine's doing that, but like for my Coke years. So I'm like, oh my God, my eyes.
How am I living?
Exactly.
I heard a bell. What did that mean?
Oh,
It's the anti-pedophile
Yeah.
bell.
Oh, finally. Jesus.
So
Yeah.
our podcast is taking a very controversial stance. We're anti-pedophile.
Wow. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. Thank you.
We're not afraid to say it. We're not hiding it anymore. We are against pedophilia. So every time someone says something that crosses a line,
Okay.
producer Matt Cole over there just rings that bell.
Oh, I see the Mary Kay Nash.
Yeah, that-
Sorry.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, you guys know that Casey killed Jeffrey Epstein, right?
whoa!
Wait, what?
I didn't really think it through.
That's a good anti-pedophile bell.
How embarrassing exclusive right
for you.
here.
I didn't think it wouldn't be as helpful. But,
It's also helpful to get to an ad break right now.
Oh, your segues are so good. Are you sick and tired of having your shoulders fall off?
Yeah.
Well, do I have a product for you? Have you ever heard of Velcro?
I have. NASA invented it in the 60s.
Yeah, well, I invented a new version of it that's for skin, and you stick it on your shoulder.
I hope
Why not just use tape?
Well, everyone knows that Velcro has a famous hook and loop system that provides a sturdier and more flexible bond.
And what is it called?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. It's called Shoulder Crow.
Jesus Christ.
And you can get some at howembarrassing.com/shouldercrow.
Shoulder crow. It's Velcro for your shoulder.
There's nothing you can do.
It's what's for dinner.
Woo!
Yeah, baby.
Yeah.
is that real?
Casey,
Yeah.
Casey was, I could tell in his head for a minute, he was actually like, wait, is that real?
The whole rest, I was trying to think, I was like, does you guys really get sponsored by Beaulieu?
Get that shoulder crow money.
Yeah.
By the way, I'm sorry. I'll take the blame for that one. I ruined it because as soon as I said the word shoulder crow, I thought about a crow on a shoulder. Like, but you meant
me
Velcro.
too.
Okay, all right.
I kept thinking of Moira Rose in Schitt's Creek with the crow movie.
Oh my God.
So then I got distracted.
Yeah. Let's just do another one.
Listen,
I like how
As
you
you
distract
know-
yourself.
listen, this may shock you, but we are all amateur improv. So that's
Very
just a little bit of
amateur.
our training. That's how we stay sharp during quarantine.
Yeah.
Coming up with the ads.
Mm-hmm.
For a
Yeah,
while,
yes,
the ads were just for a while the ads were just me and Jeff fighting with each other.
Screaming about how we suck at ads.
And I think we're back.
I think we're back.
I love it.
I loved it. I was convinced. The first one, I honestly was convinced because you came up with the website so fast. Real thing. She said EDU. Yeah,
You're just thinking that on the fly.
Those are those little details.
So at this part of the show, we like to play some games and segments.
Games and segments.
Fuck.
Mary,
Kill.
race.
Fuck. Marry. Kill. Race.
It's hard to do stuff at the same time.
Zoom life, baby.
Yeah, everyone, make sure you tweet at us #ZoomLife if you want to hear us talk more about Zoom.
Nope.
What?
Okay, so it's time to play a little game. It's a game that was invented by us. It's a new game. No one's ever heard of it. No one's ever played it before. It's called Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise. So the way that this works is we will give you 4 options. And you have to fuck one, marry one. The one you marry, you cannot fuck.
I know that's right.
Oh.
Kill one. The one you kill, you cannot fuck before or after the murder.
Okay. All right. Well, that kind of defeats the purpose.
And then raise one as your own child, and you cannot fuck the one you raise.
The bell is gonna come. In
Okay. All right. This is
Okay.
a pedophile-based podcast.
No, anti-pedophile.
No. Stop messing up the brand.
I do just like the sound of the bell, so it is tempting. Fucking kids. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I just like that.
I want to hear it.
Isolate that.
I like
Fucking kids.
All right. So, fuck, marry, kill, raise. Your options are me
Me.
and yourselves, and you count as one person because you're married and you're by law the same.
All right. Do we have to answer together or separately?
What do you think, guys? We
No,
didn't
no,
talk
I
this
didn't-
over. We've
Yeah,
never
we've had 2 guests.
On the
Separately.
spreadsheet, I have 2 different people, so
All right. I said separately.
Okay. I'm going to fuck Molly. That's for sure. I'm going to tell
Nice.
you that right now. I'm just going to get that out of the way. Because I know y'all can feel the tension here
Oh,
already.
oh yeah.
Casey?
I'm gonna fuck us because
Okay.
I've seen it and it's pretty
Oh, nice.
Pretty cool.
Nice.
cool word.
Okay. I'm going to marry Matt because you could produce all my shit.
Yes. Oh, I love it. Yeah.
I'm gonna marry Jeff because he has a lot of Christmas spirit.
I'll be your little elf every Christmas.
Oh,
I love being a little elf.
I'm gonna fucking kill Jeff.
No.
Santa's not real. Okay, Jeff, you need to grow up.
Wait, what?
Oh,
No, stop the
shit.
podcast. What-
Stop the
what did you say?
podcast.
Yikes.
That's embarrassing.
I'm gonna kill. Let's see. I'm gonna kill Matt because
Yes!
I don't need someone judging every time I bring up pedophilia.
That's awesome.
We don't need that kind of negativity.
I don't need that in my life. I don't need a little credit.
And I'm gonna raise us
Oh.
because, and here was my theory getting to it, okay? Because I was a very bad kid and Casey was a little sweet boy. So
Aw.
together we make the perfect child.
Mhm.
Huh? How about that?
Hey.
Someone says sweet boy is the perfect child, but you know whatever.
Yeah.
Everyone
I don't know. It sounds like you were a real fucking nerd.
Thank you, bitch. I'm not trying to be
fucking-
embarrassed of my kid.
Yeah. Fucking loser in the
You're-
Westfield.
Yeah, with mayo on your mouth, idiot.
Heartbreak.
Idiot. You fucking idiot.
I will raise Molly because she seems like a lot of fun and she fits easily in a closet. It's not a no. Put the
Okay.
bell away. It's not. It's a
No, that's child abuse.
Okay, yeah, never mind.
Different thing.
And
Different.
we are pro child abuse.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah,
hold on.
yeah,
Had
yeah,
a bigger bell. It's like a gong.
yeah. If you raise yourselves, like, wouldn't you guys be related, and then your marriage would be kind of gross?
I mean, we already look related, and people think we're related all the time. So
Oh, really?
Oh,
Yeah.
whatever.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Because we're blonde. And,
Yeah. Same
Yeah.
face,
And we have the
energy,
same grandpa.
same personality. Yeah. And we are cousins. So it's kind of weird.
all right, and that was Fuck, Marry, Kill, Raise.
Another rousing game. Fuck, Mary.
Oh, the town can't shut up about it.
Wait, did
The podcast town.
The town
the
can't
movie.
The movie.
The
Yeah.
town
Ben
is
Affleck.
a buzz.
Mm.
Is that movie about Boston?
Wait, you answered
Melbourne.
separately, but did you say the same stuff?
Nope.
No, we were
No.
Molly, thanks for paying attention.
God. What the
Great,
hell?
I got
great
you.
question.
I did.
Damn. I know we had Barbara Walters on that.
As soon as Courtney said she wanted to fuck me, I zoned out. Like,
Oh, God.
Matt, why are you screen sharing?
What are you gonna put?
This is
Oh,
the
we're-
spreadsheet. I just want to show them
We
the
get
spreadsheet.
to now
I
look
keep
up
track
the.
of it.
It's good. I love a
Oh.
podcast where the people look at spreadsheets.
Yeah. This game is called spreadsheet viewing. Hit the music,
Part of
Matt.
the podcast.
Spreadsheets.
You guys, all this music you're hearing here on the podcast was composed by our very own Jeff. So
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
Jeff.
good
Yes, Jeff.
follow, if you follow Jeff on Twitter, he'll send you the beats.
I don't have
Oh.
a Twitter, but
Sure.
Send him a DM. Who cares?
Who cares?
Why don't you fucking play along for once, Jeff?
Any Jeff. Just hit up any Jeff.
yeah,
Jeff
any
on
of them.
Not
are good.
Epstein, because I got him.
Because that motherfucker's
Bell
dead.
away.
Out of here.
I feel like killing Epstein is pro anti-pedophile, though. It's not like a pedophile thing to say because
Oh.
you're
Wow.
killing the pedophile.
But then I might argue that it didn't take down the ring by killing him. So
That's true. It let the ring exist still.
The movie,
So
The Ring.
yeah,
Ringu.
that's how Casey does improv. He just names whatever movie is near.
The movie The Ring.
That's 10 years of training.
that's why all the UCBs closed down.
Yeah.
Just so I'd stop taking classes. I don't limited money.
They were like, we get it. You know movies.
Oh God.
Oh, geez, Louise. All right. Well, we have a final question for you. Did we ruin your lives today?
You know, I went into this thinking absolutely that was going to happen. I said, these three fuckboys. I said, no way. You know, but I honestly, at the end of this, I feel like I am a better person because of you three.
Yes.
Wow.
Whoa.
I mean, that's a big responsibility.
Yeah.
Honey, what do you think?
I'll tell you what. I had, medium expectations. We've never really talked before. I know what it was going to be, and I must say those were. It was above that.
Yes.
Yes. Medium high.
I had a great time. You guys were a lot of fun.
It was great.
It was nice talking to people. It's too long. So I love it. You guys are super fun. Hope we can come down and hang out with you sometime.
Yeah.
Come on down.
All right. Do you like us?
Okay, now this is awkward.
You guys are pretty cool. I wasn't sold at first. You had the mayonnaise thing in your nose. And
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But once you said it was cum, I was like, this guy's cool.
I think you said it was cum, but yeah, that was
Switcheroo.
Way to twist it, Jeff. Come on.
Once Jeff said it was cum, I was like, they're cool.
Add my back on that one.
You guys have anything you want to plug? Anything you want to share? Any message you want to spread to the world, the millions of listeners that we have?
Yes, bitch. Listen to our podcast. You can listen to my podcast, The Narcissistas. That's
Hell yeah.
NARCISISTAS. Yes.
We need a better slogan for ours, Molly.
It's the gayest hour of your week, and I also run a weekly show that is now virtual. So tune in. It's on. You can find it all on my Instagram.
Sweet.
Awesome.
I also have a podcast, of course. It's called The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly with my two friends, Will and Pat, and we bring on female comedians to teach us how to be better men. But during this time, it's just us bullshitting because we can't have any guests.
Yeah.
And we can't figure out computers, but it's still a lot of fun.
Word.
And then I also have a virtual show every Friday at 7 on Littlefield's website, but you can find it all at KCJ Salengo on Instagram.
Nice.
Here, I'll tell you what. We'll tag you guys.
Oh, I love it.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there, boys.
I love it.
We'll tag you guys so all the little worms can find you.
Come out at night for mommy.
Come out at night and find you.
Did your podcast used to be on the Creek in the Cave network?
No.
Oh.
No, wait.
It's been on like 3 different networks. But
Yeah.
that was
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
We used to record right next to the Guardian Angels guy with the beret in Madison Square Garden. That was very weird. That was very
Wow.
short-lived. We got kicked out of it.
Shit.
So now we just do it ourselves.
Everyone
Support
has a podcast
independent
nowadays.
businesses, you know.
You got a pod, baby. What the fuck else are we doing?
Yeah, if you're not a podcast, what are you, a fucking human? That's lame.
Ew. What do you listen to podcasts? What the fuck?
Oh, right?
I don't listen to podcasts. I just make them.
Say it, Queen.
I don't want other podcasts to influence my art.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right.
All
Well,
right.
do we finish, Matt?
This is episode 46. We've had more episodes than there are presidents, Molly.
I have a disorder where I forget how the podcast ends.
That's all right.
That's okay.
We
That sounds
say
tough.
I'm
thanks
down
for
to-
listening.
Lou Gehrig had that too. But the other one took precedence.
All right, everybody. Well, thank you for listening. Don't forget to give us money on Patreon because everyone has disposable income right now.
Yeah, we know you got that government money.
We know you got your stimulus check. What are you
Yeah.
spending it on? Food?
What? Rent?
Tuition for your kids? Fuck that. Go to patreon.com/how embarrassing and sprinkle some bucks our way. You heard me, Dad. You heard me.
All right, mommy's little worms. Good night.
We love you, worms. Wiggle, wiggle.
Thanks so much for listening to How Embarrassing Podcast with Molly and Jeff, a Go On podcast. If you would like to be a guest on How Embarrassing and you have an embarrassing story, send us an email at howembarrassingpodcast@gmail.com.